10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello all and welcome to Samsung Live. My name, ironically, is Sam, and I'm going to be taking you through an in-depth look at Samsung's new and stunning features in 2021 for our new TV range. Thank you for signing up and registering to be here. Now, before we do jump in and tell you what we're talking about, I'm sure you're going to have tons of questions throughout the training. Unfortunately, I can't hear you, you can only hear me. But we have a great team monitoring the chat section. So if you have any questions, please put them in the chat. We'll do our best to answer them. And at the end, we're going to have a live Q&A where we will answer as many of your questions as possible. So please post them in the chat group and we'll remind you about that a little bit later. And we will also have a special guest joining us a little bit later to talk a little bit about design and some of our features. Now, what am I going to be talking to you about today? I'm going to be talking to you about Neo QLED 8K, a groundbreaking picture technology with absolutely stunning picture quality, blacks, brightness, design, everything that you could want out of a TV. We're also going to be talking about the design elements and how they affect our lives at home. But before we jump into that part, the first thing, of course, we want to talk about is the new Neo QLED 8K. I'm sure this is what you've been waiting for, so we're jumping straight into it. The new Neo QLED range has a brand new revolutionary technology from Samsung. We are re-engineering the backlight inside of our TVs. Now, what does this mean? Those LEDs that are inside the TVs, those little lights, are now microscopic. This gives us a whole new level of control of our TV. And this is going to enable three critical areas of picture quality. One is incredible blacks, the best blacks you've ever seen on a Samsung TV. That's really important, of course, because we want to have an immersive experience and get that depth. We're also enabling stunning high brightness. This is really important for Australians' homes because we have so much sunlight pouring into our rooms. So we have easy viewing at home with high brightness. And it also enables wide contrast and gorgeous colors with our QLED technology. So you are getting amazing and stunning all-round picture quality. And this is all thanks to the quantum matrix technology. That ultra-fine, precise control we have of that backlight enables you to get the best picture quality you've ever seen. Now, of course, I've told you about it a little bit, but we've got a few videos to show you how it actually works. So let's check out this video.
It all depends on the revolutionary quantum matrix technology, which begins with the Quantum Mini LED. It's what I'm standing on right now. In reality, it is as small as a grain of sand. Can you see the difference? In fact, it's 1/40th the height of previous LEDs. The reduction is made possible through Samsung's exclusive LED technology. Instead of using a lens to disperse light and a package to fix the LED in place, our Quantum Mini LED has one incredibly thin microlayer. That means we can fill the screen with more LEDs, a lot more. And when we apply light focusing technology, we can exert ultra-fine and precise control to the densely packed LEDs. This prevents what we call blooming, when brighter areas leak into the darker areas. With quantum matrix technology, the difference is clear, literally. We were also able to increase the luminance scale to 12-bit with 4096 steps, making dark areas darker and bright areas brighter. In a scene like this, details come to life. Exotic places you have never been to, friendly faces you miss, we will bring them all to you.
Wow, how exciting is that? Revolutionary, groundbreaking technology in your TV with Neo QLED and quantum matrix technology for incredible blacks, colors, and brightness for all-round amazing picture quality. Now, of course, picture quality is really important for us, but of course, not everything that we watch is high quality. We have our brand new Neo QLED 8K TVs, and 8K content is getting more and more relevant and accessible. But of course, not all content is in 8K. Maybe you're watching 4K Netflix or free-to-air at home. The great thing with our TVs is they have something called 8K AI upscaling. So your non-8K content will look better than ever before on a QLED 8K TV, a Neo QLED 8K TV in fact. That upscaling takes your old content, it improves it and upscales it to fill the 8K resolution on your TV. So guess what? Your 4K Netflix looks better on a Neo QLED 8K while you're ready for the future. But again, I've told you about it. Let's see how it works.
In an ideal world, we would always get the best possible picture quality, but peak streaming hours and slow internet connections are the reality we face. You know what I mean, who hasn't had lagging issues? Samsung TV offers a solution with the new and improved AI upscaling. It uses deep learning to transform lower resolution content into higher resolutions, up to 8K with greater details. We achieve this through the trailblazing Neo Quantum processor. In place of the single neural network, like in previous models, the new processor uses up to 16 different neural networks, each focusing on a specific type of content. Think of it as the difference between one chef versus 16. For example, when you want fettuccine, you would call the chef from Tuscany. In a similar way, our neural networks have expertise in different types of content. Enjoy superior picture quality whenever and whatever you watch.
Absolutely fantastic. Neo QLED technology with quantum matrix technology for giving you precise ultrafine control and 8K resolution and AI upscaling to make your content look better than ever before. Now, we've talked about picture quality, but of course, it's only half of the experience. The other half is sound. You need to have great sound to have a fully immersive experience. Conventional TVs only have a couple of speakers in the bottom of the TV. However, with Samsung's Neo QLED TVs, we have a feature called Object Tracking Sound. Now, this enables us to layer speakers across the top, sides, and the bottom of the TV. Now, what does that mean for you at home? When things are moving around on your screen, the sound will follow the movement of that object. So the sound actually comes from where the action is. So you're getting immersive sound along with your immersive picture quality experience. But again, it sounds amazing. Unfortunately, you can't hear it here, but let us show you how it works.
Object Tracking Sound uses audio positioning and scene analysis to match the sound effects with the on-screen movement. The new ODS Pro has a 6.2.2 channel audio system, so sound effects travel dynamically from multiple positions and directions. ODS Pro also comes with greater voice clarity. We also developed Space Fit Sound to refine audio calibrations. No matter where you put your TV, Space Fit automatically analyzes how the sound travels based on the direction and acoustic characteristics of the room. It then delivers the optimal sounds for your home.
Fantastic. We've completed the picture quality and sound experience for full immersion. Now, it's great when the TV looks good when it's on, but of course we need to think about the design, and that's why we've brought a special guest with us today, which is Jason Grant. Welcome, Jason.
Hi, Sam. It's great to be here.
I'm actually excited to be here as well, even with yourself, because we've got some exciting things to talk about. Now, Jason is an interior designer. So he's a designer, a stylist, and a published author. And of course, with me, I'm kind of a techie guy, and I'm sure you're much more design-centric and it's closer to your heart.
It sure is.
Well, good thing we've got you here today, because we have some really exciting design elements to talk about. Now, of course, when you have your TV at home, you need to think about your space, right?
Sure do.
What do you think is important when designing your space around your TV?
Well, important things to consider when designing your space around your TV is you really just need to think about how you want to use the space and how you actually want to maximize the space for its best use.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, being more practical at home is really, really important because our space is so personal and we spend even more time there as well than we ever have before. Now, when it comes to designing your space, of course, you need to think about where you put things. But one of the issues you have is when you buy a bigger TV, what happens?
Well, a big TV takes up a lot of space, hey?
It really does. That black box that you have in your room gets bigger when you buy a bigger screen, but everyone wants a bigger screen. So what can we do to help you so it doesn't take up all the space in your room? Well, there's a new feature called ambient mode. You've heard about ambient mode?
I have heard about ambient mode.
What do you think?
I love ambient mode because it basically makes a big black box TV on the wall a thing of the past where you can blend your interior and your TV together.
Absolutely. We've actually got an example of that just behind us on the wall here. You can probably see it where the TV is blending in with the pattern on the wall. All you need to do is put your TV on the wall, take a photo of it with your phone, and it copies the color and pattern of your wall onto your TV. That's all we had to do here.
Fully customizable.
Yeah, fully customizable. You're right. It's personalized to your space. So if your friend up the road's got the same TV as you, yours will look completely different, right?
Personalized is the way to go.
Absolutely. It's got to be personalized for you. That's what it's all about. So ambient mode is a great design element for us where you can blend in with the room, or you can choose other patterns as well. So it looks a little bit funky and can match the color of your furniture.
Match your mood.
Yeah, exactly. Match your mood while you're at home. Definitely. But of course, we're spending more time at home and how we use our living rooms has changed. We're doing more things at home. I'm sure obviously in 2020, a lot of people were working from home as well, and that trend will continue into 2021. So I'm not sure if you work from home, but do you do a lot from home?
Yeah, I do work from home, and I guess more and more it is about designing and creating multifunctional spaces that satisfy all the needs that we need to do at home.
Yeah, definitely. We're doing lots of things at home. Like you said, we're working a lot more at home. I know I worked at home for a lot last year as well. So I needed to have a functional space, like you said. Yeah. So I turned my little dining room table into my office, right? That's what we had to do. We had to be practical. But we actually, of course, do more exercise at home as well. We game, we study, we use VC for socializing as well. So we've got some great features in our TVs, which you saw earlier, right?
I did see them earlier, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got some great features like remote access. We have built-in Google Duo on select TVs this year as well for VC. But it's not just about us telling you. Why not show you? Check out this video.
More time at home means more time for games. Many games are designed for wide views. It can be frustrating to play in a regular ratio. So go wide, and even wider.
Whoa, I can see my target better now.
Or adjust the angle and position to your eye level. As gamers know, little things make a big difference. GameBar displays all the information you need to monitor your performance. And it's FreeSync Premium Pro for smooth, tear-free gaming. The games we used to play on the PC or gaming console will transition seamlessly to the TV screen. With Neo QLED, winning is easy. Of course, it's not all fun and games. Home is where you work.
I need to revise the file right now.
That looks uncomfortable. There's a smarter way to do this.
What's that?
Use the PC on TV function. There, all the programs and devices you need. Choose Samsung DeX, and you can get a familiar PC experience on Neo QLED, while you continue texting your friends on the phone. Everything is intuitive. Need your office computer? No problem. Use PC on TV, easy connection to work on your files from your office computer to your home screen.
Easy.
Minimal effort, maximum efficiency. Just what your home office needs.
Come on, it's already on.
It's game time. Now here's something for sports fans. You ever had to watch 2 games at once? Multiview has got you covered. Choose one of our preset options. Yesterday's highlights, today's game, grudge matches, your friends' reactions. See it all on one screen. Multiview is fully customizable. Choose how to divide the screen, what to see and hear. You can even adjust the volume for each section.
Yes!
Oh, yes. Nice work.
Awesome. We are doing more things at home than ever before, and we have the features to adapt to your living spaces. There's features like remote access for study and work, Office 365 built in. Phenomenal. But you know what? We've talked about our living rooms. Let's jump back to design, right? Because that's close to your heart.
It sure is.
All right, well, What you will also notice today is how much slimmer our TVs have gotten. You saw our TVs today?
Yeah, so slim, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. Some of them are actually 50% slimmer than they were last year, going from 60 mil down to 27 mil, which is really exciting. In fact, our Neo QLED 4K range are 27 millimeters thin. But what's even more exciting is how thin our 8K TVs are. Did you see those earlier as well?
I did see those earlier, yes.
Well, let's show them. The Neo QLED 8K TVs are 15 millimeters thin. 15 millimeters. You can see how slim that is. What does this mean? It means it's taking up less space in your room. And you know what? It's 15 millimeters from top to bottom. So there's no ugly bulges sticking out the back of the TV. It's one flat plate. Now that's also, of course, really important for design, because I'm sure it means that it's taking up less space in your room, right?
Definitely taking up less space in the room.
Yeah. I mean, think about, did you ever have one of those old plasma TVs?
Are those TVs that were just enormous?
They were huge.
We've all had those TVs.
Yeah, they were so thick, so heavy. And again, it's all good having a black box there, right? But again, it's taking up space in your room, especially when they're thick. New Neo QLED 8K is 15 millimeters thin, top to bottom, nothing sticking out.
Crazy, there'll be paper thin next.
Literally, they will be, all right? That's the dream. Guys, super thin TVs, Infinity One design. Now, what's also important, though, is it's all good having a thin TV. Where do you put your cables? Where do you put yours?
Well, no one wants to see those, hey?
No one wants to see them. You look behind your TV, it's a spaghetti mess behind your TV. So we have a solution for you. Neo QLED 8K has a new feature called the Attachable Slim One Connect. You saw this earlier as well, didn't you?
I did, it's very, very clever.
Yeah, what did you notice about it?
Well, it kind of just minimizes all that mess.
Yeah, it really does. And I think you also pointed out the design.
Yeah, of course, I did notice the interesting design finish and texture of the box.
Yeah, so the One Connect box, the Attachable Slim One Connect, attaches to the back of the TV stand, or if you're going to wall mount it, you can put that in your cabinet. Now, what it really does is it hides all of those cables because it's one cable from the TV to the box. One cable plugs into your TV for picture and power, nothing else.
So clever.
So clever. There's no 5 HDMI cables, USBs, all of that stuff. One cable for picture and power, and you can hide it in your cabinet, and it's perfect for wall mounting as well as hiding your cables on a TV stand. Now again, we told you about it, but let's show you.
The radical reduction in LED made way for the slim and sleek Infinity One design. Beautiful from every angle. But these design innovations are about more than aesthetics. They exist to provide you with a dynamic and captivating viewing experience. The bezel is so narrow, it's imperceptible. We also minimized the size of our logo. It's like the Infinity screen floats on air. We are also introducing the Attachable Slim One Connect box, a simple and elegant solution for multiple inputs and cables. When you turn it on, everything but the content fades away.
Awesome, stunning design. We're hiding all of those cables as well. Now, of course, stunning design in a TV is great, but guess what? We're bringing that down to our remotes as well. But before we touch on that, something you would have also noticed as well, we spoke about it a bit earlier, is we're going green. Sustainability is really important, right?
Very important.
How do you think it could be applied to the TV space?
Well, I guess the TV always comes in a big box, hey?
It does, definitely. We've got a new feature called Eco Packaging, which we'll touch on in a moment. But something really cool I want to show you. This one you probably didn't see coming. We have brought a new Eco Remote called the Solar Cell Remote. Now, why is it called the Solar Cell Remote? Do you know why?
It's powered by the sun.
It's powered by light. Absolutely is. It's solar powered. If I actually turn this around, you can see on the back of it, it has a solar panel, kind of like those old calculators you used to use, right? And it powers itself. So what does that mean? No swapping out batteries. And I don't remember the stat. Do you remember what the stat was?
Saving up to 99 million batteries.
Up to 99 million batteries a year saved by just us producing this Eco Remote alone. Now, if that's not going green, I don't know what is. We're saving batteries. Now, what's great about that as well is you just charge it by showing it light. So you can leave it upside down in your living room. You don't need to put it outside, upside down on your sofa, and it'll charge using indoor light as well. No replaceable batteries. This is across our entire QLED range. You don't need to just buy flagship to get this.
Yeah, very clever technology.
Yeah, absolutely. Now that's great for going green as well. It's also made from up to 24% recyclable materials. So we're trying to reduce how much we're also using different materials, and we're trying to recycle properly as well. It's really important for us.
Constantly improving.
Absolutely. Now, talking about recycling, you mentioned it before, packaging. There's so much packaging from TVs. We're selling millions of TVs every year. So what can we do with all those boxes that are being left in consumers' homes? Well, I think we've actually got an example.
We do.
We have a new thing called eco packaging. What this allows us to do, I see you've made one earlier, is turn the TV box into something practical for the home. Whether that be a little toolbox, a storage box, a little table, or something like this little wombat here, which you can use as a footstool and store some magazines in the back. It's a nice little project that you can have at home when you buy your TV, but it's reducing waste of TV boxes, which are already made from recyclable materials.
Yeah, I guess it's just creative thinking and clever ideas. And I guess anyone with kids does always know that the box is always the most fun thing to play with.
That's right. When you buy your kid a toy, what do they play with? The packaging. Well, you know what? Now you can turn your packaging into something useful for your kids, and they can play with it. Now, it's also great because we haven't just made it from recycled packaging and allowed you to upcycle. We've also reduced the use of dyes and printed inks significantly. So when you see your TV boxes, you will see really minimal dyes and inks in use. Again, sustainability. Why not be able to be sustainable in every way possible, including reducing the dyes and inks we're using?
Again, constantly improving, amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. So eco packaging is really key for us this year, and we're really going green at Samsung with our TV range. And you'll see that eco packaging across our entire TV range. Really, really exciting. Now, we've already talked about a lot today, right? We've talked about amazing picture quality, amazing sound, amazing design, other features as well like home activity and eco packaging. But we've also got to think about everyone wants a bigger screen, right?
Everyone wants a bigger screen for sure.
What features do you think we've talked about today that could apply to a bigger screen?
I mean, I guess we've talked about how a TV doesn't have to take up a lot of space. All these clever things like ambient mode actually help the TV to blend into a space.
Yeah, absolutely. Ambient mode is perfect for big screen. You buy a big screen from Samsung, our entire range, you can make it blend in with your wall or make it blend in with your furniture by taking your photo and copying the color and a pattern on your TV.
Customizing it to your space.
Exactly. It's personalized to your space. So it doesn't look like your friends up the road. It looks like your own TV and it's different to everybody else's.
Well, everyone wants their own unique space.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Everyone wants to, not just a unique TV, but a unique space around it. And this is going to further complement the design of your space with a Samsung TV. And of course, with things like the slim designs and the attachable Slim One Connect for hiding your cables, you have so many great features in buying a Samsung TV, which you won't find anywhere else. Now, again, we've talked about a lot. Probably the most exciting thing, still for me, it's the techie side, right? Neo QLED with quantum matrix technology for amazing picture quality. But I think it's time to answer some questions. So what's our first question, Jason?
Okay, we're going to cross to our first question is from David. Why is the new QLED screen better than a 2020 Q800T 8K TV?
Really good question, David. So the Q800T TV last year, which was our beginning of the 8K range last year in 2020. Now, the new Neo QLED 8K TVs have a brand new lighting technology in the back. So those previous TVs use what we call direct full array, these slightly bigger LEDs in the back of the TV, which are about button size. But the new Neo QLED uses microscopic quantum mini LEDs exclusive to Samsung. And these allow us to have even more LEDs inside the back of the TV, which means even more zones and more control. Now, because we've got more control, it means we're getting much deeper blacks, higher brightness, and better contrast and color as well for all-round better picture quality.
Awesome.
All right, first question. We got another one?
Okay, our next question, Sam, is from Matt. Where would one purchase a groundbreaking product such as the one in question?
Groundbreaking. I like the terminology there. Nice. Well, you can actually purchase these really soon in retailers. Throughout the next 2 months, March and April, they're going to start hitting stores. More so in April, you're going to start seeing the Neo QLED range come into stores, so you can purchase them very, very shortly, or of course via our online store as well.
Awesome. Okay, so our next question, Sam, is from Rebecca. Will you really notice the difference, and is it cost effective?
Yeah, really good question, Rebecca.
Very important, the cost effective.
It absolutely is, yeah. So with Neo QLED, it's actually surprisingly cost effective for the fact that you can get a better picture without having to use more electricity. So that's actually really, really important. It's a really good question, but you will definitely notice the difference. One of the biggest effects on picture quality is contrast and how deep your blacks and how bright your brightness goes. And all of those assets will be significantly improved. And I can't stress how significant the difference is. Your blacks are going to be real inky blacks. So you're going to get great depth in your TV, and you'll see a big jump and a big evolution in picture quality from 2020 to 2021.
Cool, you're definitely the tech guy, hey?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
Okay, so we've got another question, and it's from Rosano. Do the new QLEDs process 12-bit, and when will the Australian pricing be released?
That is a really good question. Well, thankfully, I've got the answer for you. So,
Just as well.
well, our new Neo QLED TVs actually have 12-bit processing. So you're going to get significantly greater details in the darker areas and brighter areas of your picture. Quite often TVs, they'll actually have very dark blacks, but they miss a lot of the detail. So you need to be able to see it, and we will be able to show you with Neo QLED because we have that 12-bit processing.
Awesome. Okay, so our next question is from Ty and Adriana. Would we get the ultimate gaming experience on the new Neo QLED TVs?
Absolutely will. We have some great new features this year when it comes to gaming. Now, of course, we support the new 4K 120Hz and HDR as well. So all the new consoles, perfect. But if you're also a PC gamer, we've got great features for you with a brand new super ultra wide gaming screen. So you can have your widescreen experience up to 21:9 or 32:9 aspect ratio. So it's actually a much wider screen than you've ever had before, and you can play your super wide PC games on this TV. But also, exclusive for Samsung, we have FreeSync Premium Pro. Might not mean a lot to some of you, but it means that if you have one of the new gaming consoles, you will get the best experience with a Samsung TV.
Awesome. So keep those questions coming. We've only got time for a few more. So the next question is from George. Will you be releasing an 85-inch 4K and 8K TV in Australia? And if so, when?
Good question. Again, I've got another answer for you. So this year, across our range, we have multiple 85-inch TVs. Even our entry-level AU8000, all the way up to our Neo QLED 8K, we have 85-inch models in almost every single SKU, every single model. So we have an 85-inch for everybody in 8K and 4K. And also, I should mention, they'll be released in Australia again throughout March and April. So you'll see them really, really soon in stores.
Awesome.
Great.
I think maybe this is our last question. What is the Australian release date? And this is from David.
Okay, what is the Australian release date? Yeah, so David, the Australian release date for these TVs, funnily enough, is actually starting now. They're starting to hit stores from this week, and you'll see them released over the next month, March and April, into stores. So they're coming very, very shortly, and you should be able to see any of these models by April.
Awesome.
Really, really exciting. Awesome. Now, do we have a few more questions? Maybe we do. Cool.
Just
There's
waiting for
been
those
some really good
questions.
questions. Yeah, there've been some really good questions so far. And again, some of them are a bit technical for some of you, maybe so, but some of you, they're going to really benefit you as well.
The next question is from Jason, and it's not me. Do they support 4K and 120 Hz?
Yeah, 120 Hertz, they do, yes. So a number of our TVs this year, especially all of our Neo QLED range, support 4K at 120 Hertz, even in HDR. So you are going to get the ultimate gaming experience on your Neo QLED TV.
Okay, awesome. This is actually now our final question.
Final question, who's the lucky last question?
And this is from Ming.
Ming.
As the new Neo QLED is 1/40 of the thickness of last year's model, does it make the TV slimmer than last year's model?
That's a really specific question. Absolutely
Very
love it. Yeah.
specific.
So 1/40th the size, the new Quantum Mini LEDs, 1/40th the size of our previous LEDs. That's a really good point to bring up. It does also help us to make them slimmer, yes. So up to 50% slimmer in 2021 versus 2020, from up to 60 mil down to 27 mil.
Wow.
And in our QLED 8K range, they're down to 15 millimeters as we saw before. And that's all thanks to our quantum matrix technology with Neo QLED.
Awesome.
Awesome. Now, guys, unfortunately, that's all we've got time for today. We've gone through some really exciting features. Neo QLED 8K with quantum matrix technology, stunning picture quality, stunning sound, stunning design. I mean, what more could you ask for? Jason, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, Sam. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely, it's been a pleasure. Guys, thank you for joining us, and we will see you again soon.